Yeah, man. Morning, man. Woo! Papi! Papi! Plans for today? Fuck, man. I don't even know, man. I just woke up, eh? Coffee. I'm going to get coffee, man. Yeah, I gotta make this journey, eh? This is like the you know what I mean? It's like the journey to Mordor, man. That's what it feels like sometimes, eh? $32 in the UK today. Fuck, man. Honestly, that's a sign that the apocalypse is happening, dude. It's 32 degrees in the UK. Wow, man. Nice, hey, yeah, I tried to find the beanie, man. I couldn't find it. I needed a piece of headwear, though. It was too cold, man. This street's wet. Jeffrey, you live in the UK, eh? Australia's pretty good, bro, eh? We're not that much different from the UK, man. We got a bit better weather. That's it. You know what I mean? No, USA. Oh yeah. We're in the USA, brother. Yeah, dude. I used to say that. I used to say shit like I used to be mad sunburns and all the time. I used to say shit to people like. I used to go to the beach. You know, when I was younger, I used to go to the beach and be like, "Yo, dude, it wasn't even that hot." I'd be like, "I'm Arab, dude. We don't burn." I'd say shit like, "I'm Arab. We don't burn." I'd come back looking like a bottle of ketchup. We're in the 7-Eleven right now. This is my tripod for when I do the crocodile on this thing, eh? Bam. Let's get into it. I ate way too much food last night, man. You know what I mean? I just made a key error, man. I'm happy about it, but I was just so hungry, man. You know what I mean? It was vicious. It was vicious. That's plain and simple. It was vicious. I was eating all sorts of shit, man. I feel like a bit of a potato this morning. You know, it's all good, man. It is what it is. Who else is here? Are we live or what? Yeah, we're live. I can't see the comments right now, man. Bruh. Look, I'm leaning on the counter right now, man. That's how it's gotten, man. How are you, bro? Good dude, man. Good dude. You know what, man? So I'm talking on the phone, bro. YouTube, man. So, bro. Cheers, bro. Have a good one. Let's fucking do it, man. Oh, so warm. So warm. The camera lens is extra shit as fuck today, eh? What's up with it, man? Who cares? It's vintage. Maybe I'll go clean it one. Let me get to my spot and I'll clean it, alright? I'm making bucket hats, man. I'm starting to work on it. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. The jacket reminds me of the IPWR. Shout outs to the IPWR, man. One ask $1 coffee, man. You can get 80-cent coffee here. Oh shit, this hill, man. Seriously, dude. This hill gasses me out. Like, I'd rather go for a 4-hour bike ride than fucking walk up this hill in the morning, man. Flash, dude, I still remember the iguana, man. Hey, if the iguana's still watching. Portrait is king, dude. Some, you know, if we're trying to reach the mass, you know, I have to flip it to landscape. Just, I've probably done twice in my career, but not often, man. Not often, eh? I'm zigzagging, dude. I'm not doing anything on right now. Portrait is so much easier to hold, man. Sometimes you gotta put your own needs before others, man. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it'd just be hard. I understand though, like, if you don't watch it live and you're re-watching it back, it'd be difficult to, you know, wrap your mind around the concept of Portrait. Like, it's a mind-bending concept. Fuck, man, I had a sick day at work yesterday, hey? I felt like I was meditating, dude. You know when you're at work and you're just like, it's not meant to be like this, in a good way? I felt like that all day yesterday. I was like, it's not meant to be like this. You know what I mean? I felt like I was just... I entered the 35th dimension, dude. I was floating, dude. Seriously, I was floating, man. Like, I was floating. You know, I was going to finish yesterday. I was going to finish at 3, bro. Because I was quick yesterday on the bike. Yeah. I was going to finish at 3, but I got this message at 3. And I knew when I got the message, bro, it was Jess saying, I've got work. And I was like, I was floating anyway, so I was like, you know, I was like, why go home and just wank in bed? You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do when I go home? I was lay down, so I was like, may as well just stay out. It was just the floating continued for another 2 hours, man. And I was just like, if only they told me in high school it was going to be like this. You know what I mean? When your old format videos come back, what do you mean old format? Paid to train? What paid to train, bro? I did a big fucking day yesterday, man. Paid to train, eh? Yeah, Deliveroo gets paid per hour. But the problem with Deliveroo is Deliveroo. If Deliveroo, bro, if you don't want to like, it's cool if you just want to chill because you get paid per hour. But if you really want to maximize your earnings, I mean, like, if you want to put in some serious time trialing and you make some serious cash, it's Uber, man, because then you can make the sky's the limit, dude. Because there's only so many you can do with Deliveroo per hour. With Uber, dude, sometimes it's like bam, bam, like you go, bam, straight away they hand it to you. I see the Deliveroo dudes waiting for like 15 minutes. I'm like, you know, time's cash, man. You got to keep moving, man. You're a paid athlete, man. You're a solo entrepreneur paid athlete when you do deliveries. Yeah, bro. I did, eh? I did, man. I got to, dude, because I'm not working on Sunday, man. I'm not working Saturday or Sunday, dude. I might work a bit Saturday, eh? Just to keep moving, but Sunday, because I'm riding, I'm not, you know. Up the door. That could be a fucking song, man. Like, okay, it reminds me, you know that Postman song, man? Who's that? What's that cartoon, man? The Postman cartoon. I can make a Doyenthon song. Up the Doy. Not Doyenthon, the other one. We back, man. Postman Pate. Up the Doy, man. I always have visions, man. Like I have all these visions, man. Like I really want someone. Like I just want to come out. I want someone who does Uber to have a rap song and come to me and say, "Let's make a video clip. Let's make a video, like a music video." Because I always see cunts who do Uber, and we're always chatting at the lights. So you know how you form a little bond. You form a bond with these dudes, and it's cool, man. Because you're just like, this is the sickest bit of the day. The sickest bit of the day is when you roll up next to one of the dudes you know, and you're just like, what's happening, man? And you're like, you busy? It's a standard conversation, but it means a lot. You're busy. And you have this little conversation, you tell him, you say, good luck, brother. I want you to do well, eh? You know what I mean? But I always have these visions, man, that like one day one of us will be a rapper, and we'll make a video clip, and it'll be like 20 of us, and like 99% of them are immigrants. Everyone's an immigrant, right? And we'd be like riding up the street in like V formation on the tram lines, and one of us would be rapping, man, and it'd be like a video clip and shit, and we'd all be on like Huffies with like single suspension shocks that have like the rubber on them. You know what I mean? We'd be going side to side and shit. Everyone's out of shape, wearing sandals, rapping. I just always picture it in my head, the funniest fucking thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what I mean, dude, especially and the Uber bags are so big in Melbourne and everyone's so fucking out of shape. It's not like a courier, man. Because when you're a courier in Melbourne, like you ride fit, they got like style. The dudes who do Uber, no one has style, man. It's just like they ride at like 2 kilometers per hour and love traffic lights. Shout out to you, Ferris, bro. I appreciate your comment, man. I really do. Old format. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I got a lot of, I'm trying to do the indie pack thing, man. So it's going to take a while, man. And you can't be spread thin, brother. You can't be spread thin, So I'm talking 24-hour bike ride, make a video about that. I'm dedicating a day to making that video. That will go up next week. Probably will go up on Monday, it'll be up Monday for the Americans, Tuesday for the Australians. I'll just sit my ass down and just do that. And then you might see a couple videos, and I'm going to Palestine, man. So for the next couple months, I've actually got shit on, So there's not going to be mad vlogs or something, Afghaans, bruh. We're the Uber goons, man. Uber goons doing like the tiniest wheelies and shit. Trailer looked great, shouts to you. Update, the update's good. The thing is, it won't take me that much longer to cut the whole thing, right? But there's still one more bit I got to film, and then potentially, if it's feasible to film it, and then I got to do all the sound and shit, so it'll take a while. Why is it news that my family's Arab refugees, man? You know what I mean? That ain't news, bruh. Cunts are fucked, man, eh? How many calories do you bet on the 24? I don't know, man. I think Strava sometimes said I've been 13,000, 12,000, 14,000. Who knows, man? But what I've noticed with the thing is that often it's more than that, man. I think it's just more than that, bro. Because you can eat that and you still don't get fat. Like it's not like yo, eat 14,000 calories, you don't lose weight when you burn 10,000 calories in a bike ride like that. You're so fatigued and you're up for so long, and then the next day's hell fucked that it's a lot of energy's been wasted, man. Expended, I should say. Yeah, people love the drama, bro. They're fuck boys. And they sleep on the channel until you put something in the title that excites them, and then they're the same type of cunt to say, I'm feeling sad. It's like, cunt, you've been feeling sad for the last 4 years. You don't even leave your bedroom. And then you come to the stream when there's a drama title. Sick, man. Longest bike I done is probably like I think it's like 5'10" or something. I've never really felt like I've been able to really put my I've had a good run at it, so we'll see, man. If the weather permits it, man, the weather permits it. We'll see what happens, man. I tell you what, if I go out there and the weather's terrible, I'm stopping and I'm gonna wait till the weather's good, man. I will sit on the road until it's not bad weather, man. But I'm trying not to even think of the weather, man, because I feel like the weather will be good, man. The weather will be good. As long as there's no major headwind, it's okay. Fumpus, man. I don't watch the drama, bro. I don't watch the drama. And trust me, I fucking want to, man. It's a lesson. It's a test for me. I know. After I made that video, my life quality decreased for a day. Now, I know I wanted to make it, and it was a good decision. I felt good about it. But seriously, man, like I walked home just feeling like, you know what I mean? Just like, fuck, like I just got hit by a car or something. Like my whole body just secreted adrenaline. Like I was on such a clean slate off all this shit that I literally, man, I was like a virgin, bro. Like I felt like my body, I felt the difference straight away. I was just like, oh, this is what it feels like to get involved in this shit again. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, man. As much as I want to keep up to date and follow up and see what cunts are saying, I don't keep up to date with it, man. And I don't even want people to keep me up to date. Dudes will be messaging me and I'll be like, I want to forget about this, man. You know what I mean? So don't be messaging me. And it doesn't matter who talks shit about me, brother. Cunts can talk shit about me and keep talking shit about me and keep talking shit. It's a cool, man. You know what I mean? What does one fucking dude in the middle of nowhere have an effect on my life, brother? You know what I mean? I'm good, regardless, man. You're not gonna move forward if you watch the drama, man. I'm telling you straight up, man. I'm a fucking drama fiend, man. I love that shit. Because I love entertainment, man. But you gotta do what's best for you, and you don't appreciate yourself if you get too involved with the drama. You don't. Trust me, you don't. You don't value your own time if you do, man. And at times I've never valued my own time and I've got involved with it. Not involved with it like I did before, where I was like I wanted to make a video just to say my piece. Like just being one of these fucking fuckboys low-key, just watching everything and knowing everything and not, you know what I mean? Like, it was just weird. Bro, it's easy to get your food in when you travel, brother. You just eat. I mean, it's easy, man. I mean, at some places it's different depending on what you like to eat, your diet restrictions. But I mean, there's no explanation for that, brother, because it's like you find food, bro. I mean, everyone eats, man. That's the great thing about food. Everyone eats. It's like the universal glue. You know what I mean? So anywhere you go, there's food. entering the crazy realm of fatigue. When I enter the crazy realm of fatigue, brother, I know that when you're fatigued, beautiful shit happens, man. When you're literally fatigued, sometimes some beautiful shit happens. I feel like you can take yourself to a higher level, man, when you're fatigued. There's an opportunity there if you can harness your energy, man, to good things, man. So I get deeper and deeper into just a state of nothingness, man. That's how I like to think about it, bro. I think the more tired I get, the better I am at just looking at a piece of gravel on the pavement, and that becomes my focus. You know what I mean? So that's what I do, brother, man. There's plenty of ways you can wrap your head around writing for 24 hours, and there's plenty of techniques I've used in the past that really help, man. Like little practical techniques that make it seem like a joke, and big boy techniques, man. There's a difference between knowing about an actual bad person and his crimes and putting your head in the sand. Yeah, shout out to you, brother. People are fucking... Dude, I'm telling you, man. People are retarded, man. They're retarded, bro. They're retarded, man. The same cunts who ask me, like, how to live in the moment or something, are the same cunts who just watch the drama 24/7, man. They're victims. And they don't see the link between their actions and their current situation. They just think, shit just happens for no reason. But they don't realize they're a product of every single situation they've been in, every single choice, every single thought. So when they partake in this behavior and they ingest this kind of content, they're actively promoting this negative mindset, man, in their own head, where your head's getting filled with shit, man. It's another distraction, man. It's just another distraction for you. You know what I mean? You got a boring life, you got nothing to do, let's watch this shit. It's a distraction. It pulls away your focus, man. So I don't want my focus to get pulled, man. Yeah, if you travel correctly, man, and in some countries it's unfeasible, but most, man, you can eat a lot of food, man. You know what I mean? Because you're walking a lot, you know what I mean? You're seeing, you're walking. The best way to see a town is to eat and walk your way through it, man. You know what I mean? Eat and walk your way through it. That's just it, man. I walked fucking 25 k's a day when I travel, man. Easily, man. Just the whole time spent walking and eating, man. It's a walking food marathon, man. That's all it is. And I love it, man. Seriously, man. Dudes ask me what my favorite bit to do when I travel is to walk around the supermarket, walk, and eat. That's it, man. Nothing more, man. What's my instruction for a happy life? My instruction for a happy life? Fuck, man, that's a big question, man. I mean, drop the word happy. I don't really like the word happy. Happy sometimes to me, one can't say happy, man. I'm not saying this is you, but happy just seems like such... I mean, I think happiness has been tainted and skewed and promoted to us like this. It's almost like motivation, man. It's like this untangible, come and go, quick fix, temporary, bought. You know what I mean? Something you feel briefly type feeling, man. That I don't really... I early on reframed what happiness meant in my mind, because I noticed that the way they were telling me it was meant to be isn't the way it was, and I was constantly finding myself saying it's not meant to be like this, which led me to the point where I was like, you know what, maybe it is meant to be like this, and I've got an unrealistic picture in my head of what it's meant to be like. You know what I mean? So to me, happiness is being at peace. You know what I mean? So when people say you want to be happy, I say, my version of happiness is just being at peace. And I realize being at peace is you just have to open your arms and embrace it, man. That's all it is, man. For me to be at peace, man, it's just about letting go, man. I find the more I let go, the more I'm at peace with it. So it's not about being in a good situation or a bad situation, you know. or a difficult situation or an easy situation, I just tell myself that for me to be content most of the time with any situation is just by letting go. You know, you just have to let go and to be okay with it, man. So if it's bad, you're okay with it. If it's good, you're okay with it. If it's bad, it doesn't mean you're okay with it. You're not going to do anything about it. It just means that if I'm in a bad situation, it's not a big deal, man. It's okay with it. I'll do the necessary steps to get out of it. But that gives me a level of peace inside, man. You know. And I think if you don't have that ability to let go, you're kind of fighting an uphill battle the whole time, man. And you're constantly at the universe's throat, almost like it's happening to you, not with you. And that's very hard, man. That's very hard. I think once you adopt the oneness mindset, you know what I mean? You drop the victim mentality, and you see yourself as a product of the universe, man, or whatever you want to call it, and you realize that everything's happening with you, man. And it's a very empowering thought. So you drop this idea of like bad situations, good situations. You embrace it just as the situation. You know what I mean? And I think that's been very powerful to me. Cunts call it pseudoscience, cunts call it wacky shit, but I mean, mate, it's one of those things, man. If it works for you, it works for you. And I notice, man, you know, for the majority of the cunts I run into, it works heavily. You know what I mean? So happiness is temporary only earned through hard work. Well, you definitely have to work on your mindset. I think, you know, maybe in a different world it might be easier to obtain a nice mindset. But we live in a pretty chaotic world, man. And cunts do some pretty crazy shit. You know what I mean? And we have systems in place that make it hard for us to be in our raw format. You know what I mean? Like, I personally think, bro, we're born to be good. You know what I mean? We're just put into situations that pull some bad shit out of us, or, you know what I mean? Like, your ambitions change as you get older. Now, I'm not saying, I mean, like, you change, man. You know what I mean? Like, when I grew up, it was more simple, man. Just want to piss shit, eat good food, have mates, ride my BMX, get loved by my mum, shit like that, you know what I mean? And people would call that like a childish mindset. That's what a child wants to do, you know what I mean? That's bullshit, man. You know what I mean? I still want the same shit I want back then. I want the same shit now that I wanted back then, man. There was a brief period in between where I was told I wanted something I never really wanted, and they made me believe it, you know what I mean? So I think there's systems in place that pull us away from what's meant to be, man, and make it hard for us to feel content. And there's a reason they do that, man. It's called the one-way fucking express ticket to the hamster wheel. And you got to have the courage and the work ethic to pull yourself off the hamster wheel, which is hard. It's hard to pull yourself off the hamster wheel because it takes a lot of questioning. It takes a lot of, I'm not going to do that. It takes a lot of listening to your heart, not your head. And that's hard because society can't fuck with your heart, man. This is like an impenetrable piece of light. You know what I mean? They can fill your head with shit that will lead to your heart turning black, but it's hard to penetrate you. That's why, man, when your mum used to tell you, like, follow your intuition, you always follow it, man, because cunts can't. Intuition is something that cunts can't fuck with, man. Cunts can't fuck with intuition. They can fuck with my head, but they can't fuck with my intuition, man. That's why I follow it all the time. Because who knows, man? I'm very conscious of the fact that sometimes when I make a decision, I'm better at it now, but I'm very conscious of the fact that sometimes when I used to make decisions, man, it wasn't me making the decision. When most cunts make a decision, it's not them, man. Somebody else pulling the strings for them. And that's what you want to stop. So sometimes, man, I'd just be going off things that I would tell myself, like, I'm just going to what feels right deep down in my heart, you know what I mean? Even though it doesn't make sense at the moment, I'd go with that. And that was a one-way ticket off the hamster wheel. You know what I mean? So do you think people can get to Guru and try and look for? Yeah. Things just, I don't think so. I think it's all a mindset, brother. I know what you mean, dude, because I've done it before. I think it's a balance, man. I think it's a balance. I mean, yeah, if you just sit in your room all day and try and think about every little minute fucking detail of your mindset and your life, yeah, I feel like it can be debilitating. It can be debilitating. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily to be overthinking everything and try and look at it in a deep fucking way. It's whether or not you can take that thinking and apply it practically. That's all it is, brother. You have to remind yourself that you're a chess player, and at the end of the day, your experience is playing the game. That's all it is, man. And, oftentimes it takes periods of reflection for you to come back and play the game more effectively. So never shame yourself for thinking about it. But at the same time, you've got to remind yourself sometimes that, it's all good and well to talk about it, but you've got to be out there doing it. Sometimes you've got to be out there doing it. And that's simple, bro. It's just when you have the opportunity to do something, you execute on it. And I think once you do that time and time again, bro, you'll find faith. You'll find faith in the cycle. You won't shame people. You won't start. I used to kind of sometimes think like, no, I'm thinking too much. But then I saw the productivity of it when I went out there and I did something. I saw the improvement. I saw the improvement in my playing, and I said to myself, like, I kind of see the benefit of this. Like, I see the benefit of doing something and then spending a vast amount of time after reflecting on it, thinking about it, and trying to make sense of it. I saw that, man. And then you just keep repeating that cycle, and I find it super effective, bro. I find it easier to work. I find more contentness in my daily life. You know what I mean? You can make. I feel like the life slowly molds into what it's meant to be. Let's keep the comments rolling, man. I feel like it's a good stream, lads. So I mean, shout outs to you, bro. First and foremost, man. Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? It's like love, happiness is organic, hate, anger feels inorganic. Shouts to you, brother. It's painful to hate, man. Hey, fuck me. It's easy, but it's painful, brother. It's easy, but it's painful. That's what you gotta remind yourself, man. It's easy to be an angry cunt. It's like default, man. It's easy, man. It's easy to be an angry, jealous, just piece of shit. I find it so easy, man. Hey, but you gotta remind yourself, man. It's just like training, man. You got to do what's right, not what's easy. You know what I mean? So I'm always choosing what's right. And I know that sometimes it's harder to feel peace sometimes. I mean, it's not harder. Oh, it is sometimes. It's not the easiest option. You know what I mean? But it's the most beneficial option, man. Are we still here? We're still here. B. Johnson, yeah, man. I mean, it's a big distraction technique, man. And it's a distraction thing, man. Cunts want to be distracted. And there's a whole list of, man, most cunts are so distracted, man, that when they're not distracted, they start to get hints that they're unsatisfied. And that's the biggest thing, man. That's the kind of world that most cunts live in, is like, they realize when they're not distracted how terrible everything is. You know what I mean? Like, it dawns on cunts, man. It dawns on cunts when they don't have their phone in front of them. It dawns on cunts when the party's not on a Saturday night. It dawns on them when they have to stay home on a Saturday finally. It dawns on them when they have a moment to breathe that they're like, fuck, I think I was destined for more than this. I thought I was meant to be, it was meant to be more than this. You know what I mean? And that's constantly suppressed. And we live in a world, man, if you look around you, there's so much shit going on, and you got to think to yourself, brother, why is it so complicated, man? It's so complicated, man, because it's just one big ploy to take you away from that exact thought. Just to pull you away from that exact thought that I thought it was meant to be more than this, man. They don't want you to know, brother. They don't want you to know, lad. Straight up, they don't want you to know. That's why you got to remind yourself every day. But you can do that through simple fucking things, man. But that's all it is, man. I mean, most cunts just don't even have time, man. Most cunts don't have time, brother. They have this. They think that there's no time for it. You know what I mean? They just like they go to work, and work's so stressful that they don't have time to think. And then they leave work and they go home, and then they're so thrashed out from work that they have no time to think, man, because they're getting paid fuck all money to work 16 hours a day and work's keeping them back. You know what I mean? And then they come home and they have no time to do shit, and they go to bed. And then they wake up and they have and just before they have time to think, they have to go back to work, man. And then when you're at work, you have to get into your work again. And then fuck, man, the weekend comes and you're like, shit, lad. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, what am I gonna do now? I'm just gonna drown my sorrows in the weekend. Weekend full of piss and shit. And you know, on Sunday, I'll go spend my paycheck at H&M on a bunch of clothes that everybody else is fucking wearing. And try and just to look cool, you know what I mean? That's what cunts do, man. I'll spend my money on the style game just to look good, not to look good because I just like the look of it, just because I want to look better than the other brother. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Within you is the answer to every single question without the question, eh? I fucking vibe with that, man. Shouts to you, Anna, man. I think the answers are inside of you, eh? You just have to open yourself up to realise that fact, that everything you ever need's always been there. It's whether or not you allow yourself to see it, eh? That's true, man. It is, eh? I think it's a connection thing. I think if you're so disconnected from the world, and it's you versus everyone, you can't. You know what I mean? It's almost like there's a wall there, and you can't see the answers, and you can't see the lessons. But I think if there's a level of connection there within your awareness, and you have like a universal awareness, a bigger picture awareness, like a oneness awareness, then suddenly you start to see the lessons in clear sight, and you realize that it's always been there the whole time, and it's always been you. I know that sounds far-fetched, eh? I know that's a bit far-fetched to think it's always been you, but that's always a powerful thing for me to think that it's always been me. As much as it's always been you, though. Like, we're cut from the same pond, just in different experiences. It's crazy to think that, eh? Drake, I'm doing well. It was you all along, eh? It always has been, brother. Chuck Edwards, good to see you. What do you do with yourself if you're not working? I do a lot of shit, bro. 90% of the time I just be, as in, just fucking be. That's my favorite pastime, which involves a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm sitting down. Sometimes I'm making a video. Sometimes I'm going for a walk. Plenty of shit, brother Tony. You know what I mean? But nothing specific. Do I do a lot of targeted hamstring work to make up for all my cycling? Not really, man. Genetically, I got good hamstrings, brother. You know what I mean? I got good hamstrings. Probably better than my quads. You know, so I do lying leg curls. What do you think about when I'm not talking and I'm alone? I think about a lot of shit, bro. Sometimes I don't think I think it's just like any other cunt, man. I think about a lot of shit, man. Like it's an open-ended question, man. Like whatever's in my head, I think about it. You know, I don't specifically sit there and tell myself like I'm gonna think for 5 fucking hours. You know, 90% of the time, bro, I just try and be. I don't try and think about every single thing. But sometimes when I'm thinking, man, I'm thinking.